Biomass stoves are the lowest cost than any other stove in India, which are being sold by the commercial agencies or organizations with a good intention, but they are unable to facilitate at a low cost. So this is my kitchen lab. So I used to boil water for my kids especially, continuously for me and their bath, my bath. So every day I had the opportunity to test my own stove. So that way I continued to understand the stove better apart from testing them by other scientific means. And testing the stoves, was very, very difficult in Uttur when I was testing this huge stove for a hostel of about 300-400 students. I created this stove. So, but still we need to test them to understand the efficiency. But definitely we got good results, and we encourage every hostel and government schools to take up this. For various reasons, they are not taken up. So, this demonstration of stoves in the open that encourage many people to come forward to adopt this stove. So this is from Mogunar. See how happily the men, women. That's the great thing. Men are also coming. When technology is there, men will come forward. So men are learning. So how I encourage men to buy good stoves is, I said it is not the worth of one beer bottle. So you buy a stove for your lady. So they were, then they start thinking, and then sometimes they took stove and they took the stove home. So that way men were encouraged. So here this is a potter. So I made 10 rupees stove. This is a gas fire stove, natural draft. Only 10 rupees because I encouraged this potter to make this stove, and he made the stove. And see this potter's daughter only, she's cooking food for us. So we ate on our own stove at home, cooked on our stove. So those are the happy moments in life, and happy times in my life. So like this, everybody I remember, he is one of the first mason whom I trained to construct the good stove. And you can see women are seeing happily. She is one of the good stoves earliest one where community has adopted. This is my first design, prototype which I made. See, the respect we give is through, you can see this kind of thing. Okay, vermilion, kumkum, haldi. So everybody does same thing. But interaction with community, wherever I made it a point to visit their kitchen. By other tasks also, if I go for another project also, no problem. Finally, I want to see some stuff. And I want to see their condition. So here you see this lady always, whenever I went to, this is a remote tanda in Warangal, but she always made some groundnuts fried and used to give me. She is one of the first adopter of this stove, and the whole village adopted. But their relationship was so great because we gave one stove, but they never left. Let us go out without having some food. Something they used to give. I used to have, and then I used to go. And this is the stove I created for the school. You can see this is the stove where for children's midday meals was being cooked. And next to that I constructed this stove. And the people were very happy, and they are still using this stove. And this is another stove which I created. The story for this stove is after about 1 week's time, they saw that they are able to save fuel wood, and they are very happy. The principal was very happy with the stove, he told me. But after 1 week's time, he told me a story that somebody said there is some buffalo came in and it kicked it and it is damaged. The real reason he told me, it is not buffalo sir, it is human beings who have done. Why means? Because they have a quota for buying the fuel wood. So if they save some fuel wood, it means they are going to get less money for fuel wood. So it is their loss. Second thing is this, otherwise if they are putting on 3 stone stove, they will have lots of charcoal pieces at the end of cooking. They are selling this charcoal locally because it can be reused. So here they don't have chance in this stove because efficiency is more and they are getting very little charcoal pieces. So that's why that person who was cooking himself thought this is an enemy for his income. So he spoiled it. So this could be the reason in government school why people are still preferring three-stone stoves. I don't know. We need to understand this whole gamic technology, why people are far off. So Dr. Surya Prakash is not here, but open house some of you might have seen or visited or known. He said people should have the democracy of eating. So he created a house where people can go and cook their food. But he said, can we create the mobile things? So I have designed this thing with a solar light here, and this whole stand with wheels and a stove. And also he said, let us put some books attached to this one, so people can come, take some books, read, they can cook, and they can go. So this is the freedom, democracy, energy democracy, freedom for the people who don't have access to it. So for that reason I designed this one. And this is for enterprise is Balraj, and he cooks tea, different things and also makes tea for the whole village. I give make tea and stove, and he likes it very much. Yeah. This person I like him very much because he used my soul differently. Because in villages there is a demand for roasting the chicken and selling. So he was using continuously and very little wood is using and most efficiently is using that stove. I was so happy next time when I saw it has got deteriorated because of continuous use. I gave one more stove to him. Even now he is thankful to me and I like him very much. He is the most obedient and I can say he is an earth leader. The person who is conscious for environment, the person who conserves and who is using it efficiently. That's the person. I love this kind of people very much. And definitely we did lots of awareness campaigns in different ways to promote, and I used to take it out to different villages, demonstration, facilitation. See, you can see how women are so keen observing the whole thing. Even children, everybody is observing. See, these things were never facilitated with the intention. So that's the challenge. And demonstrating and giving talks and on stages. Actually, this was some other occasion, like maybe Dasara, some other occasion. They said during Dasara, all the people from cities also come to the village. So there is a huge crowd. We have dance, drama, everything, but in between stop. Like Lamakan, every day we have different things in between one stop. So today, that was an occasion for me to demonstrate the stove in between. But they liked it very much and there was huge demand. And the children, I never left children in creating awareness. They were always with me. So this is my research center. Hundreds of children have come to see the stove. And whichever school I went, I created awareness on chulla. Because these girls, they are already cooking. They are getting affected. They understand more. They are young. They are also knowledgeable. They are educated. So they are listening. They are understanding. But we are not provided a solution. So then in the same school I used to facilitate good stoves. And live demonstration, making chai for everybody in the village, in the center of the village. And so that it's a live demo for this gas fire stove. They have never seen it's a fan and this stove. See how women so curious, children, everybody. And finally at the end we used to have tea. And this way the awareness was created. So there are various means. I am happy this son is taking this chulla for a mother. See, this, and this person is taking to for his wife. I am very happy. The son, husband, they are participating when we can create awareness, where we can facilitate a good stove. So then this Kanda people, they were so happy in one occasion they lit up all the stoves and they were dancing around this stove in joy. That is their freedom, that is their integrity. But adaptation is not so easy because there are so many things, ease of use, efficiency, fuel cost, utility, stove weight, stove life, awareness, stove facilitation, research design, training, production, distribution, subsidy, credit, stove cost, income. So many policy, institutional issues, user. So there are so many umpteen factors around a stove. It is not such a small thing. People think stove anybody can do. Nobody is doing even now. So that is the challenge. Still, it is a challenge. So somehow we have to create that kind of demand-based facilitation of stoves, not through subsidies, not through freebies, not through election campaigns of a stove. I'm giving a cylinder. So what? Every month you are asking for refilling of a cylinder, around 500 rupees. From where you can get money for a poor family? It matters a lot, paying that much. So adoption. So what happened is for my stove, I converted my rooftop into production center when my father was away. I was hitting, banging, doing everything because my father was in a village. Finally, when he arrived and I saw this scene, Arey, I have only 1 hour, we are going to break it. Then I said, okay, I will move to my research center. So I started a small research center, 110 kilometers in Warangal. There I put up all my stoves are there now. So this is my stove museum there. So anybody who is interested, they can come and see and learn. Many of my stoves where I have constructed big stoves and designs, so they are there only in the field. So portable, which are replica, other things are here. And definitely these are chenchus of Nalamalai. I was very happy to facilitate the chenchus of Mallapur Penta, Parabad chenchus. These are interior, deep interior, inside the forest. Our forest by is here. He knows very much about this tribal people. And these are one incident happened in this. This is Singareni, that slum area is there. You might be knowing, Champapet. So I facilitated this stove. She was very happy. Everybody was happy. But I put up a condition. You take this stove, use it for 1 week. If you like it, then you pay the price of the stove. It is very low, only 150 rupees. Okay. But if you don't like, return this stove. This was the condition. So when I went after 1 week, it took my other colleagues also, some of them. Then this lady was complaining that stove is not good. Then I said, okay, no problem, give the stove. She was telling, how can we give after using the stove? Then I said, you are using, you don't like, it is polluting. Then why? Finally, the only reason is she doesn't want to pay because they are used to freebies of government and other things. So how she can give up that thing? So I got maximum gali from that lady. Because my colleague forcefully took away the stove. They said this lady is lying and it is not good. This kind of people should not be given anything. Let us give this stove to anybody but not to this lady. When we forcefully took, then she gave every gali to me. Okay? In Lambada language, so I could not understand. Okay, fine. No problem. But like this lady, what happened is I took the stoves in my car. It was Maruti car. 50 stoves come in my car because that is the capacity. I can fill up every corner. 50 stoves is fixed. So when we went into the village, even before we entered the village, all our stoves are over. They have snatched the stoves. It was rainy season. You can understand rainy season is the most difficult period for cooking for any woman because already biomass is wet and interior they have to cook, smoke very high. So that challenge was. So let us see the statistics. We require maximum stoves in these areas. We require maximum stoves here. You might be thinking why Andhra Pradesh means both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Still we require more than 50% population is cooking on these stoves and mostly these stone stoves. But we are not facilitating any good things for them. So you can see that's what circled here. So dependence, millions of households dependent on solid fuel by population also still demand is there and dependency on solid fuels is also there both. And you see dung, biogas, crop waste. Biogas always appears to be a major program, but in one time, if I remember, old time biogas plants, the kind of subsidy given for a biogas plant, somebody could buy 1 acre of land in those days. At the cost of one family, usually a sarpanch or somebody who has lots of cattle and space in his courtyard, only they had this biogas plant, not everybody. Even though you give, where is the water? You need to put water also. But drinking people are struggling. So biogas plants, even with small leakage, they are different. Because every pipe and every thing should be intact. It's not possible. So, but still government is happy, our officers are even more happy in facilitating biogas. Okay, you all got the reason already. Okay, I did not tell. So that those are more interesting because 150 rupees chulla, how much somebody can pay a price? You tell me, if I pay 10 rupees per chulla, which officer will be so happy? Nobody is happy in the system. The corruption, low cost chulla doesn't facilitate corruption. Low cost chulla doesn't facilitate encourage somebody to do that. So that is the only reason why we could not give low cost efficient stove to the poor and the needy people. So here also solid fuel and you can see the top states Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh. We are not far away. So this is means both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. These statistics are old. So Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan. Somebody was telling let us focus on Rajasthan. Rajasthan is better. We have other states to focus. Tamil Nadu is far better in that context. Karnataka is better. So another thing which I was looking at is people started questioning me. If we are putting biomass, where do we get? There are no plants around. I said biomass any day is renewable. 100% everybody knows. So how do we encourage plants? So there was a thought because in those days we were looking into the thing on soil fertility also in the context of climate change and other issues. So then using charcoal as an amendment to the soil improves the fertility of the whole soil. So this is called biochar. So this aspect has been discovered. Then we said, okay, let us create chullas which are efficient. Efficient chullas create more efficient charcoal. And this charcoal, when applied to the soil, then it will create more biomass. Means double the biomass comes very easily, or even 3 times the biomass comes. The plant will grow like anything, record sort of growth. And it means with less time we are getting more biomass in a square foot area. It means you can feed a fuel for your stove. And stove is already efficient. It means 30-40% you are saving on fuel wood. And also you are able to help the rejuvenation of the soil through this method. So that way we can always add on to. So this whole thing of soil fertility, carbon sequestration, because charcoal is redundant, like it doesn't get decomposed. It remains for 50,000 years or so. So that's a great thing. So traditionally, why people had been burning some biomass at the end of the season, all this has some reason and application, knowingly or unknowingly. But I spent nearly a decade on this, and I could understand logically and scientifically this issue, and it's a growing science. You can just Google and you'll find lots of web links. So biochar culture is my term which I have given. So recently I worked on Hussain Sagar. There also I applied this biochar concept on floatigation or floating gardens. These concepts came on paper but never took off because our NGS project, HCAB project got ended up, so they could not carry forward those initiatives, but it appeared in the press, all these initiatives. And this is how one can create a good fertilizer out of the biochar. You take the biochar, any compost soil microbes, means from any natural forest area or where there is less pollution soil, and you can use some green manure and some jaggery or any sugary material and mix together for about 15 days, and your biochar compost is ready. This you can apply. You can see the results, these are magical. We have applied here without, then with the different cages in this area. Then you can see in the same land, same sunlight, but you could see the difference with the same seed. So this is the magic of biochar. And you can see the roots, how the plant has grown. This is control without, this is without. You can see the thing. See, these are very simple things. Why we are more on chemical fertilizers and chemicalization of agriculture, I don't know who benefits more, but definitely the biochar is one of the things which will address the pollution through chemicalization of agriculture, as well as it will support all kinds of organic farming, natural farming, permaculture, you name anything which is sustainable agriculture, what we call. So those things will be addressed. And of course, people have covered all these things in different media, and definitely this helped to reach more people for me. I was thankful to the media, all kinds of, for their support in this initiative. But you see, this kind of names also I got. Poila Saru. This is what our villagers used to call me, so somebody gave the same title. And here I got good man. So, because I was working on good stove. So, this is my book on understanding stove. This is also available online free. You can download and read it. Even e-book versions are also available. You can read. Everything is declared as open knowledge. You can share it to any person. And I am thankful to all of you for being here this evening and listening to me. And I am thankful to Lamakan and Saujanya for facilitating this lecture today. And thank you very much. Thank you. I'm an environmentalist and climate change specialist and basically development professional. I've been working on several issues, including this clean cook stoves. So I'm fortunate to be here at Lamakran today. And I would like to make a presentation. This will not bore you because I made mostly the pictures and to tell the story of this cause of indoor air pollution and especially the cook stoves, which are both relevant in the context of women and the local biodiversity, biomass, climate change, and many other issues. So, clean cook stoves is one of the important requirements because for everyone smoke is one of the things. Connected to when we say about cook stove as an issue. And maybe I'll tell briefly about myself. Now I am working in Kabul on a climate change issue, developing a climate change scenarios for agriculture of Afghanistan. That is my current project. And I came for this break here for a few days, and from Lamarkan I got this invitation to present. And, this is one thing maybe as children, if you had been to villages, really, especially during the mornings when sunlight comes and when somebody is cooking, you might have seen this kind of light passing through the smoke. This is a very typical thing which we might have seen. How to see smoke? So this is one way to see smoke. Indoor air pollution may not be visible so conveniently, but with light we can see. And women, so men are also smoking. Yes, women are also smoking. Women are smoking through cooking. It is a necessity. It is by default they have to cook and they have to smoke. But I never seen men crying like that. Is there anybody who is smoking and had tears? I don't think so. But women, they always had tears and they're also literally crying now because they had to spend several hours, at least 4 hours, 5 hours, based on the family size and other things. So they need to spend in that dark place, what we call kitchen, because already there is so much food, smoke, dingy, and they have to spend time cooking there and inhale. They have to take the heat also in summer. It is very difficult for them, but still they have to do their cooking morning and in the evening. Next. Yeah, these are some of the pictures, different places. This is from Adilabad, that is from Mudumalai forest, that is from another forest area, that is from urban slums. The people in urban slums also have this kind of food stores. But they don't use biomass like in villages. They don't have that luxury. But they have all kinds of materials which are combustible like plastic, chappal, tire, everything will go under it. And they not only get polluted but also they pollute the local environment also. They don't have options. So this is the typical scene of any cooking that happens. Next. Still, why we have these 3 stone stoves? 3 stone stoves are like I always see the first prehistoric man when he came very close to fire. Then probably he started cooking on 3 stone stove. And now also we are cooking on 3 stone stove. Then what is development? What is civilization? What is the progress that we have made? If the pollution is same and the technology has not changed much and people are still primitive, then what is great about it that we have achieved in this sector? So this is one of the biggest gaps that we still have unattended, even by the government or policies or the people or even civil society. Yes, children, especially mother and child, they always get associated with their children, let us say children, very young children, they always remain with their mothers. When they are cooking, they are very close to their mother. If a mother is cooking 50 cigarettes during cooking, it means that much smoke has gone into the lungs of the child also because they are so small, they rarely go away. And also the girl children, because the mothers they might go to farm early morning, they ask the girl child telling that this is your future job, cooking. So get habituated and start learning. So they also start assisting their mothers. I asked especially in government schools in villages, how many girls do you cook? Almost all every girl raised their hand. It means from a young age they are getting used to this thing. You know, girls are very intelligent, they get very good marks. But this is one of the cause. Their intelligence is coming down. Otherwise, they would have been even more intelligent. If they take so much smoke, so much CO, carbon monoxide, and all this, and their growth and everything will be affected. And mentally also they will be affected because there will be less oxygen in the brain if you have more CO. So that will retard, they will make dumb. So this is what happens. Maybe women started cooking. Young they are intelligent. When they are old they are dumb. I don't know. This is not a statement, but I am telling that's how women are treated. So maybe this is one of the causes for them to lose their intelligence also, because technically it is right. Yes, this whole cook stove is a kind of thing where can address many issues, as I said. Environment, because we need biomass. Biomass is any plant that we are cutting. Majority of the forests that are lost is because of cutting wood for cooking. That is one of the basic requirements. And many small towns you can see nearby forest is cut and all the wood is taken away. And that is finally goes to for cooking. You can see the cartloads of wood, everything will be transferred. And drudgery of women. because many women they go to forest areas or scrubland somewhere outside remote areas, and many women get raped in this kind of situations also. It is a rare thing, but it happened many times because they are vulnerable in those areas. It happened. So, women and children, as I said, both get affected in the whole process. So, we have an issue of health, the sustainability of our own environment and the resources. Ultimately, the poverty, because it is the poor they are getting most affected in the whole cook stove thing, because they don't have access to clean energy. And the emissions is related to climate change also. So about 4% of greenhouse gases emitted by India are through cook stoves. Even if you want to take a picture of India through satellites, it is not clean. You take your own photos in any environment, in rural environment or in urban area, it is never clean. If you go to any foreign area like New Zealand or some other place, pictures look very nice. That's why our Telugu film industry goes outside to get some good shots now and then. Because of this browning, the skies are brown because of this soot and smoke and all this, and cook stove is one of the contributing factors. Not only urban areas, we have other contributing factors majorly, but in rural areas, this is one of the major contributing factors. Ultimately, the family is important, our livelihood is important, our life is important. So, food is important. So, cooking is important. So, what we can do next? So, we say no smoking on every cigarette packet. After all, a person smokes one packet, maybe 10 cigarettes, but women are smoking 50 cigarettes. Why government has not pasted on every house no smoking? If women are smoking 50 cigarettes worth smoke every day, it means every house should have this sticker of no smoking and that cancer logo. Why we are not putting there? Why we are biased only towards men who are smoking? Why we are concerned only about men who are smoking? Only men is the only species to live on this earth so happily. We are more concerned about the health of men, but not about the women. Why it is so? It means we are so biased even in looking at the gender aspect. Not only that, environment, many issues are related. So why can't we address this issue? So we can say 64% are still using like cow dung cakes, biomass, different types of any kind of food that is used, all that. But at least 80 crores of people are household air pollution, they are getting affected, because let us say old people are always tend to remain in the house only, so they also get affected due to smoke. And number of deaths, premature deaths, at least 1 million. This is a old WHO figure about 10 years back is around 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, but now latest is around 1 million people are killed, not by bomb blasts, not by floods, not by any other reason, accident. Peacefully by cooking, by eating, they are dying. This is a necessity. Eating is a necessity, cooking is a must. So why we are not address this issue? It's not a small thing. Every year, at the end of 31st December or 1st January, you get a review. How many people killed in which thing. Did you ever get these statistics? It means we have ignored this basic fundamental thing, which is a major concern. Next. Government schools. We are providing midday meals. How proud we are that doing that service when we are cooking like this and feeding the children. What science our teachers are teaching. What environmental lesson they are teaching. If they are teaching any environmental lesson, how come a tractor load of wood is coming into the same school where teachers are telling the children plant trees? Lakshmi Reddy sir is here. They have planted more than 32 lakhs plants, saplings now with the children. But in the same school, we are seeing the same environment wood is cut, trees are cut which are already grown up. Tomorrow I am seeing, today we have planted, same trees tomorrow for the same midday meal. After 5 years or 10 years, will be another thing tractor load coming into the same school. Is it not the possibility? Yes, definitely, because we have not addressed this issue. It's a fundamental thing in a school. When so you can see all the dirt, everything, mud, soil, everything. The pigs will be roaming around because ganji, that is starch that they pour outside. To eat that, pigs will be coming after the school hours, and it is so bad that whole environment. And this kind of every school is like that. Don't imagine they have some beautiful kitchens. There is no kitchen concept in government schools if they want to provide good nutritious food for the children. Except in urban area, maybe they have made industrialized cooking and they are serving in Hyderabad some schools, but not in rural areas. So you can see the kind of wood they are using, different types of wood. They are not caring to, because wood preparation is one of the things in cooking. In traditionally, you see people spend some time in preparing the wood for the stove, means cutting into right shape, size, and all that, dryness, drying, and all that. Then they put. But in government schools, this is a three stone stove. So we have gone to space. India has the record of sending satellites. But from space, what we are seeing, three stone stoves and people cooking on these things. So technologically, we are not evolved in any way. Next. So this is how the kitchens look. It is not about stove alone. The fire is one of the important things for cooking good food. But finally, if the kitchen is like that, and this is how we are cooking and feeding our own children. This is one of the photos I took from Utnur, one of the schools, ornament school. So anywhere it is same. So you can see everywhere the kind of material left, everything, the dogs, everything, they come and they have a free time after the school hours, and these kitchens are not closed in any way. And what we need to see is, traditionally people are cooking like this, and this is one of the stoves I have designed, and she is cooking. This is the difference that we can bring through a good stove. We are not telling them to use only LPG. The people who eat on LPG may not be healthy. First of all, the food cooked in a family may not keep the whole family healthy. Because by default, we don't cook for each and every person's needs in a family. We cook on an average for some healthy people. So sometimes children will be healthy, sometimes the old people will be healthy, sometimes you will be healthy, others will be sick. Because we don't have choices of so much food like in joint families. So, but still, at least the cooking thing, from this situation we can change to this situation, and we can improve the efficiency of use of fuel also. And this is what I did to create awareness. This is one stove and this is another stove. Then I asked the villagers to cook in the open, and all the community gathered to see the difference. They were seeing how many chapatis are being done on this stove, how many chapatis and how much wood is consumed, how much wood is consumed. They could practically see the efficiency of the improved stoves or good stoves, and they could appreciate it. And this is what we have created. And my friend Srinivas is also here. He was also participated with me in the facilitation of the stoves. And like this, we could bring lots of changes. And here you see, all the wood is gone. People are cutting, and taking loads of wood. Where is the greenery then? So this is also the women, especially you can see it is very dangerous. Many times the sounds, these are poisonous. Sarkar Tumma. Without Sarkar Tumma, by now all forests would have gone. This is a exotic plant, Prosophis juliflora. This is a Mexican plant. For some reasons it has come to India, but finally it has taken over like anything, wildfire. It is everywhere, and even you cut today, tomorrow you can use as fuel. So that is the advantage of this wood, and people are consuming this wood majorly. So this is, but still cutting this, preparing this is a danger for the people. So women are also involved in preparing the fuel wood. So you see, like this, people always sell bundles of wood to urban areas. It means jungle is being lost. This is from Adilabad. This girl is taking loads of fuel wood in bundles. If it is bundled means they are selling as fuel wood. So like this we are losing the local biodiversity, forest and everything for the cause of fuel wood. And every household they have heaps of wood. They cut and prepare themselves for the other seasons. So the problem is always there are some scorpions and snakes and everything underneath. Naturally, no wood. Many snakes they love this kind of wood heaps. So here you can see different forms of chips of wood. These are blocks of wood usually in urban areas where we have so many sawmills. There we get this kind of wood blocks which they use in this dabas and all that. This is another wood pine tree. Okay, it catches fire very much, but tooth is too much from this. Black tooth, which is very dangerous. And these are locks. I took pictures in Uttarakhand area. You can see how they are selling wood for fuel wood. They will again prepare it. So like this everywhere we can see different sizes of wood. Here somebody is preparing and he wants to sell this wood. And briquettes, nowadays this is one technology, converting loose biomass into somewhat useful solid form of fuel, that is briquetting. So different methods are there, different materials can be used in briquetting, but additionally we need some more energy in creating the briquettes. But we can create a good stove for the size of the briquette, means efficient stove. So that, those advantages are also there. And pellets, this is a new thing initiative. People thought after petrol what I want to sell. So some people thought I can sell pellets. So some large petroleum based industries have come into this business of selling stoves with pellets. But they don't know that others can also sell pellets. So they thought now we don't have any business, so they left India. They left their stoves and they left. Okay. So now these pellet stoves are there in institutional cooking. They are okay. They are being still used instead of LPG, because LPG price is also going in spite of subsidy. And nowadays there is not much subsidy. People are giving up voluntarily or being taken up by government. So now people have come to other means like biomass also for institutional cooking. See, the problem is if somebody is using more than 6 feet the height of wood, steel wood used from Adilabad, they are very luxurious people. I saw in the winter they were having some fire and heating up. I saw what is this wood? They said teak wood. So 1 cubic feet of teak wood is so costly for us. For them it is only for heating. That's the luxury. What to do? Their teak forest is so much, but they are using it. Okay, fine. But they use this kind of logs and so here because of this change in the software. So the fire, smoke, charcoal and ash, these are the 4 things in any cook stove. Because ultimately when you burn anything, these are 4 things. So there is nothing wrong with these 4 things. Fire is like sun for us. It is ultimate source of energy for everything, all life. And smoke, yes, smoke, some smoke is good. You see people preserve seeds. Smoking a house is also keeping away insects and other things away. Even for mosquitoes also we put some smoke. Okay, finally use even the temples or any other place, churches, mosque, anywhere, smoke is there. Because in the form of incense sticks or something, we try to always put some smoke. That purifies an area, sanctity of an area. So that way some smoke is okay, but not too much smoke. So charcoal is another byproduct. It happens in any combustion of biomass. It can be large or it can be small in quantity, but it is one of the byproducts of combustion. Ash is the ultimate thing. See, after our death, when we cremate a body, ashes and some charcoal pieces we collect in a small container, and that's what human body is. That's the final thing for us. Although we appear so big and it appears to be so many cages, but once we burn, all water will go, everything will go away, and some ash and some charcoal pieces remain. But like that, in every cooking, some ash comes out. So that has so many values for cleaning utensils, or for plants also we use against the pests and other things, for fungus and other things. So it has so many values. Even as a fertilizer, ash is used. In acidic soils, it is very good. Smoke. So you can see this billowing smoke. Smoke has many things like carbon dioxide majorly, carbon monoxide, it can have some particulate matter, black carbon, it can have, then hydrocarbons, it can have benzene, it can have sulfur, it can have many things. So it's a combination, but some moisture will also be there. That's why it is somewhat white color, and CO2 is also white color. Soot. This is very dangerous in the context of climate change. People say the soot, if it goes into sky and falls on any Arctic or Antarctic area, because albedo is the sunlight that gets reflected due to the white color of the snow. So even one particle of black carbon falls there, it is black, so it means it will absorb the light or heat, then it will melt the ice very fast. So we have more melting of ice means sea level rise, and this acceleration of climate change, global warming issues will be more with the particulate matter. So this is a challenge now being discussed. People are telling the sea level rise of this global warming will be slow, but because of this thing, it also comes from any diesel motors especially. You might have seen a lorry backside so much smoke it is emitting. So this smoke is very hazardous on this also, and it goes out into the air. And designing stoves. Why I need to design stoves? It happened that I visited one of the villages in Mabunar about 10 12 years back. I saw people are still cooking on three-stone stoves, but in that village we have dish TV and cell phones. Everybody has, and children are going to convent school, so-called, and the bus is coming, and so many things they have, but still they are cooking on three-stone stove. So that's what made me think why people have not done. So I thought I will do something. So that's why I got into this whole. I never knew, because traditionally my family or anybody taught me how to work with the tin or different materials. Okay, with few cuts no problem, but I could learn a little bit. Then I started designing the stove. So then what I thought is everything, when I was working so much on stove, so everything appeared like a stove. What I can do to make a stove? You can see this is my computer CPU. This is a TLUD stove, and all two of my fans from the same CPU are used here to push the forced air, and only two containers I brought in and I made this stove. And a flower pot that also appeared like a stove. So I inverted and made this fan fitted into it, and it became a stove. And like that, I thought why not light during cooking? So this is another stove with light. So many ideas emerged. So more than 50 stoves I could design. Why so many? Because people are eating so many dishes. People in India, the diversity. I am in Afghanistan. I know what is the value of our food. Because there I get monotonous kind of food, but here we get diversity of food. So that's what requires different chullas, different sizes, different designs, based on the local requirement. Wherever I went, I never took my stove. I always saw how they are cooking, what is their needs, and then and there I designed the stove. This was my approach. So in 18 states I traveled, and in 18 states I created different stoves, including in Mumbai for the sex workers of Kamatipura, for livelihood, because on the slums also they cook. They don't have LPG, they don't have identity. Okay, there are so many. So there also I had to design a stove, because when police come, they have to take the stove inside very fast, because they will find. So I created a portable stove for them, so they can cook on the road. and they can take the stove inside very fast. They have to cook and leave, no? So how can they survive? So these are my designs which have come up. The things are very simple in every stove. Give the good air, then it will perform better. It's nothing but the logic of combustion. So you try to understand what is combustion. Giving right air at the right time will make it like eating at the right time will keep you healthy. Right amount will keep you healthy. Similarly, right air, right quantity, right time in combustion will make a stove perform with good efficiency. So that's how I was looking at. So primary air is one thing, then secondary air we had to give. So like that side air also is another scope. So this is one of my design which became very popular. About 10,000 stoves we could facilitate in parts of India. My friend Srinivas, myself, we got it tested with the National Cooking Lab also. We got very good efficiency. Then this is another stove, oven stove. Because this is one way of feeding loose biomass. For that requirement I made, because sticks can be pushed, but loose mass we had to throw. So I created a slide and created this stove. I am happy that in Thailand one of the Buddhist monk has adopted this stove and he created several versions of this stove and facilitated for local enterprise. Local enterprise means the people who sell food. For them he created stoves and with the same name he is promoting there in Thailand. So all my models, designs, everything I declared as open model. So anybody can access, everybody can improve it or change it, or they can get the same results by doing differently. So here maybe challenge is with so sorry, because we have used different version, not Microsoft. So this is a good stove. This stove was one of my earlier model based on the traditional thing only, but I created an opening here and I had a knack of using the bricks, particular sizes, shapes and all that. For a family it is very good, and in 2 villages in nearly 100% they have adopted in Mauguna. That was one of the initial success and encouragement for me. I was very happy when community has adopted by demand. By demand means they made me a mason, because I was in demand, not the mason whom I have trained. They used to catch hold of me, no sir, only you can do perfectly. I said, this is not my job nor my work. Even if you want to pay me, you can't pay me like a mason. So I said, I trained you a mason, you will do. No, only you do, you spoiling everything. So, but still somehow I managed to, for 2 villages, nearly 100% I could facilitate and they are very, very happy. And that happiness made me, encouraged me to leave my job and work on this issue completely. Leave my job and work from home without any pay. Initially, I got some encouragement and support from voluntarily from people, but that was a. This is CM means, don't think I named the name of CM, common man. So my names are also very different and typical. Usually, if I create a stove for somebody, I name them on that organization or somebody relevant to that, like that. So this is another version adopted in Warangal very nicely by many people. So this make 3G is one thing which I said. It has all the flexibility. That's why 3G. 3G means our 3G network we are using, no? For phones we are using for multi-purpose. Yeah. So much before our mobile phone 3G. Because so here we can use the briquettes, we can use the fuel wood, we can use loose mass, because I made a shutter here, you can close it, loose biomass you can use sawdust also with a bottle. We make a stove, no? The bottle just eating, that also you can make. So anything you can make in this stove and use it, you can put a fan and use like a TLUD stove. TLUD is a top heat updraft, a gas fed stove. That also you can convert this one. So I made everything in one, so that it gives flexibility to everyone.
Wonderful program here. And I would like to thank Sir also. We could see your like 20 years of your journey in this research. Of course, big problems can have very small solutions, and it's very by this presentation, I could understand that a very big problem can be solved very simply. That's what is it. And using biomass is the only solution. I mean, because LPG and all other, whatever the energy comes from the industrialization, like solar energy or whatever it is not the right solution. Sustainability is there, which the beauty of the whole research, whatever it is, that using this biochar in agriculture is the beauty of your own research, sir. I am working for a ecological village development. I mean, we are developing a small ecology village close to Jannam, sir, in Warangal district. So actually, I have come from very long distance, in fact, to attend this seminar. In fact, so I'll be very happy to be here and having your presentations. Thank you very much.
You can use my center near Jandam. Where you is about 20 kilometers towards Suryapet. So you can use my center. All facilities are there. Even water is there. About 10 people can stay there. All my scouts are there. Biochar demonstration is there. So you can use for any kind of awareness in the area. Because already you are working there.
Sir, did you do any quantification with respect to the amount of biomass we use for a meal? Cooking rice and basic curries. Is there any quantified amount of biomass used for that particular meal?
It is like how we eat. How much food a person eats, even if I quantify it, it depends upon family to family and the dishes that we cook. Within India also we have lots of diversity because the efficiency is ultimately the energy that is used which reaches for the purpose of cooking the food, not the stove, not the pan, not the pot, not your body. Because while cooking you also get heated, not cooking yourself in the stove. So there are various aspects geographically. So it varies on the biomass also that you are using. Some people use fish, some people use like prosopis urifera. It has very high calorific value. It burns very nicely. It's a good fuel wood. So with little wood you can cook. So it's a variable thing. Maybe 4 kgs, 5 kgs. People tend to use for family per day, or 5 members, 6 members, something like that. But we don't have per person because children, old people. It's a variable.
I wanted to ask you about the project that you do in Afghanistan. Could you please share some highlights about it? It's very interesting that you in India and you live there and
Suddenly I landed up there. You never know. I got a phone call from Kabul telling that we have a climate change project developing climate change scenarios for agriculture of Afghanistan. So remember, I am a geologist. I did applied geology from IIT Mumbai. Then I did geography and I did environmental impact assessment, my PhD. Agriculture is a passion, a kind of thing which I don't know, I entered because I saw farmers suffering and the soil and all these climate change issues. So, but I had 3 climate change projects I coordinated, I led and implemented in parts of India. So that experience was there, that's how they called me. And this is very interesting because I am developing scenarios for the next 40 years for Afghanistan agriculture in the context of climate change and other issues. Other issues means we have to project the population, we have to project the GDP, we have to see the local soil and temperature. Temperature is increasing like anything. Up to 6 degrees warming will be there because it is a landlocked. Even if we take all developing countries, then definitely Afghanistan is one of the most climate change impacted country in the whole world. And you see already why America is there in Afghanistan. There is no oil, there is nothing, because they thought if they can keep Afghanistan calm, they can live peacefully there. So that's why they have biggest base. Bagram is the base in Afghanistan still. So geopolitically, it is a very sensitive and a good country. Definitely, I love the Afghanistan more like because people are very good. and of course insecurity is very high. At least 20 security guards will be there before I reach my room. So we can't move around so easily. But still, agriculture is very good. Their farmers are paying up to 10% tax. I am very proud of them. In spite of all this, up to 10%. That's a good thing. When farmers are paying means why you are so happy with software guys? You think they are paying tax. Why you are happy with government people? You think they are paying tax. You think they are great people. Let us pay the farmer right price and let them pay the tax. They are also great people. They have been paying tax. That's why all kingdoms or princely states, they were very rich at one time. And none of the kingdom or those states had any debt any time in their life. No king had any debt. No kingdom had debt. But today all nations have debt when we are printing money from above. And we made the farmers the beggars. I don't want to use that term, but still we made for everything farmer like this. That's the concern. So I am very happy with the farmers of Afghanistan. Definitely they will geopolitically with next 5-6 years of peace and younger generation studying abroad, and if they are coming together, and it is going to be a good country, and for India definitely that is one of the most friendly countries around if you see the geographically.
The farmers use, they usually cultivate some special crops like, if I may use heroin.
No, those regions are Helmand and Kandahar and some north-east provinces, small areas. Traditionally, it happened that they are so poor. Poppy is a good plant. The people who are using heroin and other things from that as a byproduct, the product is bad, not coffee. Who doesn't eat gasal here? If you go to any restaurant, after biryani you get sauce with that thing only, coffee seeds only. So we are eating. So there is nothing, and that is the only plant in drought with little water which grows well. So they are cultivating. But they are so poor, and they have to pay Taliban, everybody, the tax and money. So this kind of network has created, and everybody knows it's a network existing. Even the America also knows that it is existing. They left it like that. They can't do anything. It is not farmer's fault, it is the situational fault.
So you have to deal with this kind of trafficking.
We will map those areas also, and it's a political thing. The government should take decision, but we won't say that like hemp is another crop which is more sustainable in all kinds of situation, and it has multiple values, but it has a wrong usage also. Because hemp can create fiber, hemp is one of the very good adaptable plant. It's agreed by everybody. Traditionally it was a good plant. Because of some bad thing which people are using, misusing, we said it is bad. So we have to see actually all these things, which one is good. Because they are at least cultivating something. What is wrong? In India also we cultivate, but government is taking care, measures are there, they don't misuse. It is like that.
More questions?
You see the smokeless tunas in urban context. Do you have any experience, middle class and upper middle class people using the smokeless tunas?
Definitely, if you are concerned about your health, I always joke with people. You are eating food cooked on the gas cylinder, you are becoming like cylinder. All urban people are like cylinders. So, and you want to save time early morning. Because you want to cook like microwave oven, this, that, all that gadgets we use, and we cook very fast. Fast cooking doesn't release the nutrients. Okay? You tasted food in a village anytime? Simple food? You liked it? Every day you are eating food in your home also. Then why you are not liking so much? Because the taste is also not there. First is nutrient value is not there, taste is not there, it is not a healthy thing, It should be cooked like dal if you are cooking. Pressure free means what? You make dal flour and take some hot water, mix it, say this is dal. Do you agree? We can never agree, no? Means how many months a dal plant takes to take all the nutrients to embed in the seed? Dal plant, any tur dal or anything, it is not a 2 month crop. At least 6 months. So it took 6 months to embed the values in it. So how come you are taking away within 20 minutes of your pressure cooker? Pressure cooker is like those who study before exams under pressure. They are not so intelligent, not so useful. They are same thing. We can't extract the value. Yeah. See, what is energy efficient? It's not the value of food is a cultural thing. It does not come with the cylinder. If our grandmothers cooked on LPG cylinders, they might have found out a method of cooking with LPG so that it can be cooked with values. It was not there in tradition. So how come same foods we are cooking in different meals, we are thinking we are eating same thing. That's why you see in Hyderabad how many people have sugar, including me. I'm not afraid to say. Everybody has a BP, sugar, after 40 years, everybody has a problem. How many will live happily without tablets or this additional things? See, food is, cookstove is one thing, but finally, for me, it is a spiritual thing at the end, anything. Because if you have a cookstove at home, you see LPG, if current goes, can you find a match box under the light of your LPG? But if you have a chulla, on winter you feel like sitting there. Okay, mother is cooking, you sit next to mother. Some chatting will be there. Okay? It's a good social thing also. Okay? But in LPG cylinder, who will sit? Those values are also lost. We have so much social aspects around the chulla because if you lit a chulla, your hut will be protected because some smoke will always protect your hut. I am not telling you about government houses. Government houses are gas chambers. Hitler has done some chambers. Same chambers are happening now in our government house because एक मच्छर आदमी को क्या बनाया? हाँ ठीक है. तो एक मच्छर आदमी को घर को पॉइजन भी बना दिया क्योंकि your smoke will be just rotating around. So how come this pollution will go? So in traditional huts, the grass will be there. There will be some passage of the smoke through the grass. So it will always keep you indoors healthy. And also it will remove the insects or anything that is there. It will sanctify the place. It is like a temple. It is like a church. It is like a mosque which is sanctified with fire. Let us put gas cylinders in every temple. Let me agree with everybody. For lighting lamps. Who is lighting the lamps with the gas cylinder? You tell me. In any temple, church or mosque. When we don't have any value there, how come we brought the same thing to? It's fossil fuel. Fossil means dead. कब्रिस्तान से गैस लेके तेल लाके जलाना. That's what fossil fuel means. We don't know what kind of animals died, what kind of people died, and what kind of oil came out, what kind of gas came out. That gas is LPG. It appears good for us, but it's a fossil fuel, it is limited and we don't have access anymore, and the peak oil we are reaching within 2030 peak oil is coming up. Saujanya, you know much about energy issues. So once peak oil comes, then prices will go up and we have to use only these things for good aspects. Definitely they are not bad, they are also having some good things. There is nothing like that. Access is important geographically. See, let's say we have a program in India to eradicate Closophis juliflora. But if you go to Mexico, that is like your neem tree because it is native of that area. Because honey honey from this Prosopis juliflora has value. The pods, did you eat any time the pods of Prosopis juliflora? They are so sweet. Even goat are losing their teeth. They eat so much, that's why they propagate the seeds everywhere. So they have values like a neem tree went to Africa, some countries, they have a program to eradicate neem plants in some areas. Because we know neem how much value we have. So similarly, every plant is a good plant only, and because that is live, that is fresh, you are using fuel wood, not fossil fuel. Okay, and it has this smoke. Little smoke is good, the fire is good, and the ash is good. The charcoal is good. Charcoal you clean your teeth. Yeah, that keeps your teeth fresh now. That's why people are adding charcoal in our toothpaste. Finally. Colgate. Earlier they said you are villager, you don't know, you use white color, your teeth will be white. Then how come that same toothpaste got black now? So they are adding the charcoal activated carbon, they say carbon, they name differently, but they put up everything and sell you. It is like this. So it is, we are taking the cycle. So you see in the future, even the prasadam of Puri Jagannath temple is cooked on the wood only. And you see the dal cooked there. Even if you take home for several days, it never gets spoiled. In our kitchen, everything gets spoiled very soon. Yeah, all those values are there. Earthen pot, your time of cooking, the kind of fuel wood you have used. If you have a fuel, this kind of stove, every day you are doing yajnam or yaga or something like that. You go to temple and do some day, no, paying some amount. Okay, you do some holy altar. So every day by having this kind of stuff, you are doing that. You are close to God, you will cause the rains also come down. You need not do yaga separately. Okay?
Sir, is biochar commercially available?
Biochar in many countries it has taken up seriously, especially in America it is very much there, in Europe it is there, Australia it is there. These are some of the leading areas where biochar has come up very much. In India, two companies I am the mentor, which were started. They are facilitating on a small scale, but the problem is with the government. They have a tie-up with the chemical fertilizers. So they are providing subsidy to all those. So farmers are not in a position to buy competitively in the open market for the right price of that without creating loss. So who will change this system? The chemicalization is so much. It took 30-40 years to make farmers addicted to that. Now de-addiction should happen. So I think some time is required. That is the only waiting period now. Otherwise we could have done by now.
The progressive farmer can have it.
They are having already, I am telling. See, the issue is somebody need not facilitate it. I empowered the smallest farmer through the methodologies which already expressed. All the methods of creating their own biochar compost I have already said many times by many media and everywhere. So anybody who is working as an organization, they can facilitate that, or by different means it can go. There is no need for waiting for the government to do something. I said, let us not make our farmers dependent. Let us give freedom to them. Then no nation will have debt. I am sure. Otherwise, our children will continue to have the same debt, and we don't know. Somebody will be selling the nations in the future to pay the debt. To whom? I don't know.
Sir, as a project, pilot project, I am doing a pilot project of 10 acres. Can I have this biochar?
I will tell you how to do. Already I said biochar culture book is there online. You read completely.
Okay.
Already you are an agriculture scientist from Dharwad.
Yeah.
So you need not worry because you already have background, science, everything. So this is only a tip on the whole thing, your knowledge and experience. So it's not even if you ask questions from a non-agriculture person like me, I wonder. So I don't think actually I am the pioneer in India on this. I always wonder how come agriculture universities were behind me, because I was supporting several agriculture universities with the samples for their PhDs and research initially. Yeah, so
Sir, I have two questions. One, I want to know if you've done any work on community kitchens and how these methods can be involved, or efficient chulas can be involved in community kitchens. Secondly, have you also done any work on non-combustible chulas? The reason I'm asking is dependence on firewood or fossil fuels is at the end of the day precarious. Your supply has to be replenished. It has to be, you're dependent on somebody else. How can these people become self-sufficient?
community kitchens, as I told you, the food cooked in a family will not keep the whole family healthy. Even today, my wife, yesterday she made chapatis, but I could not eat all of them. So again, how can I ask in the morning to make chapatis? So she made rice. So already I told you I have sugar. So, but it is okay for her and my son. But they will not eat every day chapatis, no? The problem is like that. It's very complex thing. The time and challenges are there. So community kitchen will help. Everybody have their own food as per the requirement and need. So Lakshmi Reddy Sabi is here. Council for Green Revolution is the founder. So one of the art centers that we are initiating is leading that. So we started starting with this community kitchen only. We said everybody having a kitchen, everybody having a cylinder, everybody cooking is waste of time. If you have community kitchen, some source of fire, some food material, even if you want to do your own thing, you can make. Or somebody is cooking for you different items, you just take. In every apartment, you can have a community kitchen, because all the time you go up and down. After office hours, so you park your vehicle, take 2 chapatis, go up, you will be healthy. Don't eat what your wife cooks. Okay, you will die sooner, or you will be sick. No, I mean to say they may not cook exactly for us. No, why they should cook only for us? The family means old people are there, young people are there, even she has her own taste. So, like that. So this community kitchen now already many curry points have come. That's a community kitchen in the different sense for bachelors. So already they are accessing and their models are happening differently. Somebody said I will give a carrier with calories and everything written as per your menu. Every day is a different thing. And you will be happy and it comes to your office. You can eat and your home also. So some many things are coming now recently. So community kitchens are taken up in different forms and shapes, and that's happening already. So you said the second thing is non-combustible, non-biomass based cooking method. See, all our in our own house we have at least 10 appliances for cooking. Every house. You have a kettle for tea making, electric one. You have a microwave one. You have an induction stove. You have this. You see, LPG is already there. So like that, many new devices like air cooking, like Philips hot air cooking is there. So oilless cooking is there. So many things have come nowadays. So in every family you are going to find 10 gadgets like that. So these are definitely they are clean in your home, but they may not give you that kind of value of traditional cooking. And also they are dependent mostly on the fossil fuels. Somewhere somebody is producing electricity and it appears to be clean for you, but I give you a mini thermal power plant in every house and you will be happy to cook, no? Who will be happy? I give a small mini thermal power plant, I give biomass, you just put charcoal in it, electricity is generated and you speak about clean energy. I agree with everybody. See, that is the kind of dual mentality of people doing that. So, solar energy, who will cook in the afternoon? You are cooking in the morning or evening, but the afternoon who is cooking? Or batteries, that is a major pollution. See, we have many challenges. We need more efficient systems. Probably they are going to break something like water and energy very soon, because our fossil fuel people are in between. They are stopping some other means of finding energy which are more cheaper and efficient, probably. that would emerge very soon before within next 20 years. Otherwise, the whole world will collapse because of peak oil that we are already reaching by default.
More questions?
One more aspect I just could see that, I mean, in this presentation, there could be one point where you can see the disadvantages of threat to the climate because of this LPG and the model gadgets. So that the people will remain in the villages. The major, because I work on the causes of the migration to the cities, because urbanization is a big threat for the climate challenges. So we tell people that, even I travel and tell the people used to remain in villages.
I cannot divorce my wife. See, in villages also,
Of course.
in marriages you see,
Yeah.
when anybody gets newly married,
Yeah.
first thing that lady asks is the toilet and the LPG.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you ask any new daughter-in-law coming and ask her, give some biomass and ask her to cook, she will definitely do what I said. So the things are what is fashionable, what appears to be get elevated status, your kind of honor, what you think, many things, self-esteem, many things are associated. Because we are looking urban people. We are not respecting the rural people.
Yeah, that's a
We are
problem.
not respecting the farmer. We are respecting a software guy. We are respecting somebody who is earning so much, so doing so many things. So our whole view has changed. So to change this, it takes some time. It is not so easy. See, we are for self-destruction, let it go, the wheel. Let us only stop the destruction slow. But otherwise, the wheel is moving very fast. Only we, people like who are here gathered today, we think can slow the process of destruction of the earth as well as our own species.
Thank you, sir.
So I thank you on behalf of Ramadan for sharing this wonderful talk with us, and I hope we'll all move towards efficient cooking and have a healthier lifestyle. Thank you for your talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone. Thanks to Ramakan and each one of you who has organized. I don't know your names, but thank you very much.